Oh, you think you've got all the time in the world, huh? That the clock is just ticking along, slow and steady, like you have an endless amount of moments to waste. Well, here's the thing, pal. You don't. You really don't. You've been handed a gift, but you've been treating it like some sort of back pocket trinket that you'll deal with tomorrow. But guess what? Tomorrow never comes. It's always the next day, the next hour, the next minute, the next moment you swear you'll be ready for. The problem with that? Life doesn't wait. Time doesn't care. It doesn't pause because you're not ready yet. It doesn't slow down because you need a little more time to figure it all out. No. It keeps going, whether you're ready or not. And guess what? Time. That funny little thing we all think we've got so much of, right? We walk around like we're on some grand vacation, with the days stretching out in front of us like a never-ending buffet of opportunities, just waiting for us to dig in. But let me tell you something. That's a lie. Time doesn't wait for you. It doesn't care that you're not ready. It doesn't care that you have things you still need to figure out before you can start living your dream. You see, we all like to act like time is something we can manage, something we can control. We act like there's always going to be another chance, another opportunity. But one day you wake up and you realize that time slipped right through your fingers. It's not a cushion you can lean on, it's a ticking clock, a time bomb. And it doesn't care if you're prepared for it or not. So here you are, sitting, waiting, thinking that you've got all the time in the world. I'll do it tomorrow, you say, or maybe next week. Maybe after the holidays, after the vacation, after the next thing. But guess what? That after never comes. You keep pushing things to the side, stacking them up in some imaginary pile that you think you'll get to later. But there's no later. There's only now. Look around. Time doesn't stand still. It moves. It flies. You don't see it, but it's there, running in the background like a silent predator. You can't outrun it. You can't hide from it. It doesn't stop for you or anyone else. It's not on your schedule. It's not on anyone's schedule. You don't get to pause it, rewind it, or fast forward it. It's here. It's now. And if you're not careful, you'll blink and realize it's gone. You think you have all the time in the world to fix the mistakes, to get it together, to make things right? Newsflash. You don't. You're fooling yourself. It's easy to act like you've got forever, isn't it? To think that one day is always just around the corner. But one day you'll look up and you'll see that the days have turned into years. And all that time you thought you had, gone. Vanish into thin air. And then what? What's left for you? What do you have to show for all that time you wasted pretending that you had time to waste? People love to talk about how much time they need. I just need a little more time, they say. But the truth is, what they really need is the courage to stop making excuses. They need the guts to take action, to stop pretending they'll get to it when they feel ready. Newsflash, you'll never feel ready. You'll never feel like you have it all together, but you don't need to. What you need is to start, to make the first move, and then keep, because while you're sitting there waiting for the perfect moment, time is running out. And the longer you wait, the more you lose. Now, don't get me wrong, there's a time for reflection, there's a time to step back and think, to plan, to prepare. But let's be honest with ourselves here, shall we? Most of us use planning as a disguise for procrastination. We tell ourselves we're not ready, that we need just a little more information, just a little more preparation before we can take the leap. But the truth is, you'll never be ready. There's never going to be a perfect moment. It's just you, your dreams, and the time that's slipping away. And if you're not careful, you'll blink and realize that your time is up. So what's stopping you? Fear, doubt, the what ifs? Yeah, we've all been there. But here's the thing, those are just distractions. They're smoke and mirrors meant to keep you stuck in your little bubble of comfort. Because as long as you're scared, as long as you're waiting, you don't have to face the reality that time is passing. It's a great trick, really. But it doesn't change the fact that one day you'll look back and realize that all those tomorrows you kept promising yourself, they never came. You were just putting it off again and again until the day came when you couldn't put it off anymore. So here's the hard truth. Time doesn't care about your plans. It doesn't care about your excuses. It doesn't care about how you feel. It just keeps going. You can't stop it. You can't pause it. You can't rewind it. All you have is this moment, the one you're living in right now, this second, this minute, this hour. That's all you have. And if you're not using it, if you're not taking action, then you're just wasting it. Every second that ticks by is one you'll never get back. So stop pretending like you have time. Stop pretending like you can keep putting things off. You don't have time. None of us do. But what you can do is use the time you have right now. You can choose to stop waiting and start doing, because that's the only way to make sure that when time is up, you've actually done something with it. Oh, fear. Isn't it just delicious, that cold, crawling sensation that wraps itself around your heart and squeezes tighter with every step you take? You feel it, don't you? Every time you think about taking that next step. Every time you think about doing something different, something new. That's fear. It's the shadow that follows you everywhere. The voice that tells you, you can't do this, don't even try. It's that little devil on your shoulder, whispering all the things you shouldn't do. What if you fail? It asks. What if it all falls apart? What if everyone laughs at you? It's clever, isn't it? It's so good at what it does that it can convince you to stand still, to stay exactly where you are. Because staying put, that's the safest option, right? That's what fear wants you to think. But here's the twist, my friend. Fear doesn't keep you safe. It doesn't protect you. It traps you. It locks you in a cage and tells you it's for your own good. But you're not safe in that cage. Oh no. You're just stuck, stagnant, wasting away, convincing yourself that this is it, that there's no way out. Fear keeps you in a box, wrapped in soft, comfy lies. You know what I'm talking about, right? The ones that say, just play it safe. Don't make waves. Don't try something new, because what if you mess up? Well, let me ask you something, pal. What if you mess up? So what? So what if you fail? So what if it doesn't work out the first time? You think that means you should just quit? You think it means you should go back into your little corner and hide? No, it means you're doing it right. Failure, that's just part of the process. It's a badge of honor. You're not going to succeed without stumbling a few times, without tripping over your own feet. But guess what? You'll learn. You'll grow. You'll figure it out, and next time you'll be just a little bit better. You'll be a little bit closer to what you really want. But if you listen to fear, if you let it keep you in your safe little box, you'll never even know what you're capable of. You'll never even get close to your potential. And that's the tragedy, isn't it? Fear doesn't keep you safe. It keeps you from living. It keeps you from doing the one thing that could actually make your life worthwhile, taking a chance. Now, I know you're sitting there thinking, but I'm scared. I don't know what to do. What if it all falls apart? Guess what? That's the fun part. It's supposed to be messy. Life isn't some neat, tidy little thing where everything falls into place perfectly. It's chaotic. It's unpredictable. And that's what makes it exciting. The uncertainty, the risk. You've got to embrace it. You got to lean into it. You want to be alive, right? You want to feel something real? Then stop hiding from fear. Embrace it. Use it as fuel. Let it propel you forward, not hold you back. Because here's the kicker. If you're waiting for fear to go away, if you're waiting for it to just magically disappear so you can finally feel ready, guess what? You're going to be waiting forever. Fear doesn't leave. It's always going to be there, lurking in the shadows, waiting for the next opportunity to whisper those sweet little lies in your ear. It'll always try to tell you you're not enough, that you don't have what it takes, that you should stay in your cozy little box where nothing can touch you. But here's the thing, if you keep listening to it, if you keep letting it dictate your life, you'll never break free. You'll never experience the highs, the lows, the triumphs, the failures. You'll never know what it feels like to really live. So you've got a choice to make. You can listen to fear, or you can push it aside and do the thing you've been holding off on. You can take that leap. You can move forward, even though your knees are shaking and your heart is racing, because you know what? That's exactly what it feels like to be alive. That's what it feels like to break free from the chains of comfort, from the suffocating grip of fear, and actually go after something that scares you. And in doing that, in taking that step, you'll find something that fear could never give you: freedom. Fear will try to convince you it's your friend. It will try to tell you that it's there to protect you, to keep you from harm, but that's a lie. Fear is a manipulator. It doesn't care about you. It cares about keeping you small, keeping you stuck, keeping you from taking risks, from living a life that's anything other than safe and predictable. But you don't have to listen. You don't have to buy into the lie. You can break free. You can take that leap. And when you do, you'll realize something. Fear was never the enemy. It was the thing that pushed you to be more than you ever thought possible. And once you face it, once you stop running from it, you'll realize it never had power over you to begin with. Ah, the endless dance of hesitation. Isn't it beautiful? You know, most people think they're just waiting for the right moment. They tell themselves, I just need a little more time to think. I'll do it when the moment feels right. Oh, how charming, how predictable. But let's get real for a second, shall we? They're not waiting for the right moment. They're waiting for the fear to go away. They're waiting for a little magic to happen, for that perfect spark of confidence to light up their path. But here's the cold, hard truth. That moment, that perfect moment, doesn't exist. It's all an illusion, a little game we play to keep ourselves from moving forward. You see, hesitation is just fear's best friend. They make a lovely couple, don't they? Fear whispers in your ear, what if you fail? What if they laugh at you? What if you look stupid? And hesitation, well, hesitation just loves to take a step back and say, yeah, that's a great idea, let's wait a little longer. Let's just think this through some more. And so you stay stuck, you stay stagnant, you keep waiting, telling yourself that it's all going to work out eventually. But guess what? Eventually never comes. It's a myth, a trap, a lie you tell yourself to avoid the truth. And the truth is, you've been standing still for far too long, and you know it. You can sit there all day thinking about the perfect strategy, the perfect time, the perfect anything. But here's the catch. Perfect doesn't exist. There's no such thing as the ideal moment. There's only this moment, right here, right now. And guess what? You're wasting it. You're wasting time waiting for something that isn't even real. You've got dreams, goals, plans. You've got all this potential burning inside of you. But instead of taking action, you sit there paralyzed, waiting for a green light that'll never come. You're waiting for permission to live, for permission to go after what you want. And let me tell you something, no one's going to give you that permission. No one's going to show up with a little flag that says, go ahead, you're good to go. If you want something, if you want to make it happen, you've got to take it. You've got to take the reins and make the move. Because if you don't, if you keep waiting for that perfect moment to magically appear, you'll look back and realize you've done nothing but stand still. You think you can't act until everything aligns perfectly, that you need to know all the answers, to have everything sorted out before you take that first step. How cute, how comfortable, and how utterly useless. That's not how this works. Life is messy, it's unpredictable, it's chaotic. You don't get to control every single factor. You don't get to map out the entire journey in advance. So stop pretending you can. Stop pretending that everything has to be lined up perfectly before you do something. The truth is that you'll never have all the answers. You'll never have it all figured out. And that's okay. That's the point. You're not supposed to have it all together. You're not supposed to have everything figured out. If you did, it wouldn't be worth doing. It would be boring. Life is about the unknown, the challenge, the excitement of not knowing what's going to happen next. And yet, here you are, waiting for some mystical moment when you'll feel ready. It's a joke. You're the punchline. So why do we hesitate? Why do we let fear, doubt, and uncertainty keep us frozen in place like deer caught in headlights? It's simple. It's comfortable. It's easy. It's easier to stay stuck than to take that first step into the unknown. But here's the kicker. That comfort is a lie. That safety you think you're enjoying by avoiding action, it's just a cage. You're not safe. You're not secure. You're trapped in a box, living in your own personal hell of what could have been. You're not living, you're surviving. You're sitting there, wasting your life away, waiting for something to change, when all along, the one thing that needs to change is you. The truth is that you're scared. You're scared of what could go wrong. You're scared of failure. You're scared of the unknown. But here's the thing, you don't need to be fearless. You don't need to have all the answers. You just need to act. You just need to start. You need to push past the fear and hesitation and take that first step, even if it's a baby step. Because once you start moving, once you take that action, everything changes. The world starts to shift around you. Opportunities appear. Things start to align in ways you couldn't have predicted. You can sit there forever, waiting for the perfect moment. Or you can stand up, shake off the hesitation, and make it happen. The choice is yours. So stop hesitating. Stop waiting for permission. Stop waiting for the world to give you the green light. The only green light you need is the one inside of you. You've got it. You've always had it. It's time to stop waiting for some magical moment that will never come. It's time to stop listening to the voices of fear and doubt. It's time to start living. Because if you don't, if you keep waiting for the perfect moment, you'll look back and realize that all you've done is waste your life. Don't let that be your story. Don't let hesitation be the thing that keeps you from greatness. You know what's funny? People think they can control everything. They think if they plan enough, if they organize every little detail, they can escape the chaos. They spend hours, days, weeks, making everything neat and tidy, as if the world is some sort of puzzle they can solve by putting all the right pieces together. How quaint, how safe. But the joke's on them, isn't it? The real world doesn't work that way. Life isn't a puzzle. It's not a picture you can frame and hang on the wall. It's messy. It's unpredictable. It doesn't care how many plans you make or how many spreadsheets you fill out. It's going to do what it's going to do. It's going to throw a curveball when you least expect it. It's going to throw you into chaos, and it's going to see how you handle it. Because you can't control life, no matter how hard you try. But you can't control what happens to you. You can't control what people do. You can't control the world. And that's terrifying. But here's the thing. It's also what makes life so damn exciting. But how do most people react to that chaos, to that unpredictability? They run. They try to control even more. They try to make sure that everything is perfect, everything is safe, everything is predictable. And that right there is where the magic is lost. When you try so hard to control everything, you forget how to live. You forget that life isn't about staying safe in your little bubble, carefully avoiding any risk, any discomfort, any chaos. Life is about embracing it. It's about jumping headfirst into the mess and seeing what happens. But no, most people are too scared. They stay in their little corners, trying to keep everything organized, trying to make sure everything fits into a nice little box. They think they're being smart. They think they're being responsible. They think they're being prepared. But in reality, they're just hiding. They're hiding from the unpredictability, from the chaos, from the very thing that makes life worth living. Why are we so afraid of the mess? Why are we so afraid of the chaos? Why do we think we need to be in control all the time? Oh, I know the answer. It's because chaos makes us feel small. It makes us feel helpless. It makes us feel out of control. And people can't stand feeling out of control. They can't stand not knowing what's going to happen next. But let me tell you something, control is a lie. It's a comforting illusion. You can make all the plans you want, but life will laugh at your plans. It'll turn them upside down, shake them up, and throw them in your face. And what will you do then? You'll panic, you'll freeze, you'll try to fix it, you'll try to wrestle with it, but guess what? The more you fight it, the more it slips away from your grip. It doesn't matter how many times you plan or how carefully you try to orchestrate your life, you can't control the chaos. And thank God for that. Because if you could, life would be boring. If you could control everything, if you could predict every twist and turn, what would be the point of living? Where's the thrill in that? Where's the excitement? Where's the fun? You can't control life, and that's what makes it beautiful. That's what makes it worth living. So stop trying to control it. Stop trying to micromanage every little detail of your life. Stop trying to plan everything down to the last second. Stop trying to be perfect. Perfection doesn't exist, you know? It's a mirage, a little trap we set for ourselves, thinking that if we get everything right, we'll be safe. But perfection is the enemy of progress. It's the thing that holds you back. Because if you're waiting for the perfect time, the perfect situation, the perfect plan, you'll never get anywhere. You'll just sit there, paralyzed by the idea that everything has to be just right. And that's no way to live. That's no way to experience what life has to offer. Life isn't about making sure everything fits into a neat little box. It's about getting messy. It's about diving into the chaos and seeing what comes out of it. It's about finding the beauty in the unpredictable, in the unknown. It's about learning to dance in the storm instead of waiting for the storm to pass. You don't need to control everything. You don't need to have everything figured out. What you need is to let go. Let go of the need to be perfect. Let go of the need to be in control. Let go of the fear that's keeping you locked up in a box. Life is chaotic. Life is unpredictable. But that's what makes it worth living. It's time to stop holding on so tightly to the illusion of control. It's time to embrace the chaos, to embrace the mess, because that's where you'll find your true self. That's where you'll find the magic. So stop trying to control everything. Stop trying to have it all figured out. Let go of the plan, let go of the fear, let go of the need to be perfect, because when you do, that's when the real fun starts. That's when life becomes exciting. That's when the real adventure begins.